baby girl, I love you, and will miss you each and every day. Love, Mama.
Thank you so very much. We proceed expeditiously with the program. The program provides for remarks. We're going to have two people, male and female, come and give remarks. Come to my left and to your right. The reason you can come and stand because the person won't be long. Amen? Amen. Amen. We want to give sanctity to this celebration, but also be cautious and prayerful. Amen. I can't get an amen on that. Amen. 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 It's happening all over the world. Amen. Amen. So two people coming now to my left and to your right will stand and give remarks at this time. Going once, going twice, gone. Another selection.
I just want to thank God for such an amazing mother. She loved me when the world didn't love me and I didn't love myself. She always was my biggest fan and my hero, ever since when I saw her. It's so hard, but I already know that she's always going to be my shining star. She was always my diamond. I will always love and cherish her.
Thank you so very much. We're getting ready now for the word, which will be expeditious and not long, because really, how many of you know that if it wasn't for God, none of us would be here? Amen. And so God is here. He's with us. We're not alone. We're praying for you, family. Listen, you got two eyes for observation, two nostrils for inhalation, two lips for conversation, two ears for information, two hands for salutation, two buns for relaxation, 2 feet for transportation, but you only have one life to live. And I'm not talking about that stuff that you got one life to live on television, one life to live, push you to the edge of night, make you search for tomorrow. Matter of fact, I thought they took it off. Amen. One life to live and all that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know. We don't have the faintest notion when we're going to leave here. But dying ain't so bad when you got somewhere to go. I can't hear. Amen. And you who are not saved, and I'm sure there are some, you need to get to know Jesus. If you get him in your living room, he'll be with you in your dying room. Head this way. Getting ready for the word. Sister Melinda Brown will come after that. All
right. I was thinking of a good song to sing, and I thought this song would be pretty appropriate because I don't know Francine, but I know her sister, and I think I can imagine she's a good person, so I can imagine Francine was a very good person. So I can imagine her singing something like, "If anybody asks you who I am, who I am, who I am, if anybody asks you who I am, just tell them I'm a child of God. If anybody asks you who I am, who I am, who I am, if anybody asks you who I am, just tell them I'm a child of God. You never want
just to remember the thoughts of how she affected each one of our lives. And we're here memorizing the times we had with her, and we're here to support the family.
Yes.
We're here to let the family know we're here for them. We've been praying for them. And we're here to say we'll be here after this day.
Yes.
And anyone in this room, I'm quite sure you can call on. If it's just for encouraging word or just to hear what they have to say on their hearts, we're here for you. I just want to say I love Francine. And as I was praying for her that week, that Sunday, the Lord told me, prepare for her memorial. So it didn't come like a surprise, but it hurt.
Praise God.
It hurts. She was my childhood friend. And I'm not going to read the scriptures that the Lord gave me, but I'm just going to talk about them. It's one, I left my glasses, so I can't. But nevertheless, God loves us so much. And he called me for a time like this. I never knew the day I met Francine that this would be the ending of me speaking over her. But I give God praise because he don't make no mistakes, and our lives are patterned for his glory. We are here for his purpose. So I'm here today to talk about my plan. And the Lord put in my spirit the book of Genesis, the book of beginnings.
Yes.
And that's where our relationship began. In the Brewster Projects, we had just moved in, and I was coming home from school, and she was playing with a stick all by herself. And she stopped and looked at me, and she said, "Hi, I'm Francine." And I said, "Hi," and I just walked in the house. But that was the first conversation we had. The Lord says, in order to be a friend, you must first show yourself friendly.
That's right. That's right.
She was a friend. She showed herself friendly. And in the beginning, God created us all in his image and in his likeness.
Yes.
And then Genesis 1:26, he said, "Let us make man in our image and in our likeness." And even before the foundation of the world, he sent his son to die on Calvary's cross for us. But even while he was creating man, he had Francine in his heart. He had a plan and a purpose for her. And I know she touched everyone's life, but I know he purposed and his plan for Francine to meet me. Francine was a light to this world. She wasn't like everybody else. I had her as a spiritual friend and as a friend. We didn't go to school in the same class. We went to the same school, but we were always in a different class. And so therefore, I didn't know another side of Francine. I only knew the spiritual and the friendship side. We never argued. We never had a disagreement, but we was always together. And when God allowed us to separate and brought us back together, it was always an update on what was going on in her life. And it was never bad, never bad. She always had a smile. She was a fighter. She had the strength. She took risks. She wasn't scared. I was a scared one. But in the beginning, not only did he create the heavens and the earth and all therein, and he created Francine and myself, the plan he had for Francine was to be my teacher, my mentor, and my friend. I wouldn't be this far, I don't believe, if it wasn't for her pouring into me what God had for me. Francine, in the beginning, took me to church, Bible study, my first time Bible study. I went to Second Baptist Church. I was a member to Second Baptist, but I never went to a Bible study. So she was my beginning of Bible study. Then she was my beginning of a choir. She used to take me to church, and she was in the choir. I only sat on the sidelines watching choir rehearsal. And there was 2 songs within that Bible study choir rehearsal that stuck in my spirit and carried me through many years, even unto today. The first one was, Lord, take my hand, for I can't make this journey all by myself. If you will only take my hand, I know I can make this journey. The second was, all things work together for good, for those who love the Lord and is called according to his purpose. That song took me through my trials and my tribulations and my storms and helped me to hold on to God's good plan. She was a minister in her own right, an evangelist, never looked down on anyone, and the knocks and the rocks and anything that was thrown at her. Oh, she was a soldier that endured hardship. She was able to stand, and when she had done all that she can do, she stood on the word of God. She believed God. She trusts God. She talked about God. That was my friend, my mentor. We would go in the basement, and she would rehearse her songs, and she would find anything to put in her hand to sing while I'm sitting there with the Bible or the daily bread. And so we had our own personal church in the basement. She taught me that churches communicate and fellowship together, because on Sunday afternoon she would go to different churches with her pastor at Olivet Baptist Church, Pastor Reverend Harris. I can't remember his first name. But I learned in the beginning that churches fellowship together. I was taught when she had her first child how to be a good mother. She had Lamont, and it amazed me, like, wow, how she knew how to do all this. She would get him, wash him up, put his clothes on, feed him, and play with him, and I was like, this is amazing. Who taught her how to be a mother? But she taught me it takes time, it takes patience, and you have to love your children. She was a great woman of God. And I would say some of our memories may be good, some of our memories may be bad, some of them may be ugly. But today, if you have any bad or ugly thoughts about her, it's time to forgive. Drop the charges. Because God said, if you can't forgive her, I can't forgive you. For she know not the depth of what she may have said or what she may have done. So she's free today. She's sitting in the presence of where we want to be. Hallelujah. I'm sort of upset. Me. There. We all have a hunger and a thirst to want to live for Jesus and to walk with him, to talk with him. And the only opportunity we have is through prayer, fasting, and reading our word. Like she's in his presence. That's the joy we have to give. Because we all going to meet this place one day, and then comes the judgment. The life you live and the works you do here is writing your own story, writing your own book. Her name is in the book of the Lamb of Life. Her book that she has, that the angels are reading to the Father on that judgment day. Yes, there were some blood stains there, because those were the prayers she asked God to forgive her. And he forgave. And he blotted out, and he remembered it no more. But then there were words where he heard down in her book where she remembered him. She talked about him. She praised and worshiped him. She fellowshiped with him. She taught her children about him. She trained them up in the way that they should go. And when they got older, they did not depart from him. Even though they may have strayed away, but they all will come back because you trained them up to know the Lord. So I say, what I heard, and I believe if I was there, he would say, Francine, my blessed beloved child, what a great work you've done, and the labor you've done. You pressed toward the mark of the high calling, and you accomplished it. You ran the race, and you didn't become weary of your well-doing. She was a fighter, and she fought the good fight. He said, come on up, my faithful servant, for your work was well done. It's all right to cry. It's all right to hurt. That's a part of the grieving process. Don't deny that it's there. And don't let nobody rush you to say, oh, she's been dead 4 days. She's been dead a year, 10 years. No, you have your own time. But just don't get stuck there. You're going to feel angry. You're going to ask questions, why? You're going to deny the fact. You're going to even feel guilty and even want to blame. That's the process of grieving. But don't stay there. Go through it, give it to the Lord, because if you don't, you become captive to it, and you can't see your future. You won't see your end. You can't be faithful to God because you're faithful to that grief. You only can serve one God, and grief is not your God. There's only one true and living God. That's Jehovah. I am that I am. I am your confidant. I am your peacemaker. I am there when you need me. Just trust me. You can come talk to me. I'm not asleep, nor do I slumber. I will incline my ear unto your voice. I don't care if it's in the night, in the morning. I am there for you. I love you. Just like I love Francine, I love you. I care about you. I sent my son to die for you while you were yet a sinner. That's how much I love you. So that you can too, one day, see my face and you will know that I am your Father, I am your God. I am whatever you want me to be to you. I am that, Jehovah. Trust me, walk with me. Jesus stands at the door of your heart. And when he knocks, don't harden your heart. Let him in. Forget about what other people say about Jesus. You find him. You learn of him. And I guarantee you, he will give you that rest and he will give you that peace. Today is the day that we are going to rejoice and be exceedingly glad because he loved Francine enough that he chose her to be his child. And her heart was not hardened. She gave her life at an early age. We were 15 going to church. I don't think anybody told her, you got to go to church. She not only went, but she took others with her. She led a good example of what a true child is about and what we should be. Letting everybody know Jesus loves us. Don't weep in sorrow, weep in joy, because she completed her assignment, her purpose, her labor is done. And God said, it's time I want my daughter home with me. Amen. Can we accept that? Amen. He wanted her here with him. I give God glory and praise, and I thank God for allowing Francine to come in my life, pour into my life, pull things out of my life that should not have been. She is truly a great woman of God. Bless her, and Lord, continue to keep her family in this time. And even the friends. And when we think about it, Lord, let us remember the laughter that she brought into us. Seeing her smile and the joy. And to the children, remember the teachings and instructions she gave. She loved you dearly, and I guarantee you her heart desire right now, and I'm quite sure she talked to the Father, Lord, remember my family. I'm gone now, but remember my family. I want to see them again. So trust God with her and her memories. For this I say, God is good, and I thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.